Okay, so to the movie. Pirate radio is based on the fact that back in the 60s, the British government, meaning the establishment, didn't approve of rock and roll music, and so it wasn't allowed to be played on traditional radio stations. As a result of that ban, pirate radio stations developed. Some even broadcast from ships anchored off the coast of Great Britain, and thus outside the law and safe from the long arm of the establishment. This is one story which takes place in 1966. Philip Seymour Hoffman plays the Count, an American disc jockey on one such ship in the North Sea, playing rock and roll music 24 hours a day to an enthusiastic audience, one of whom isn't Sir Alistair Dormandy, played by Kenneth Branagh, a government official who spends his time in the film trying to shut down the radio station by the end of the year. This causes the following response: "They can't shut us down, we're pirates." There is one woman on board, Felicity, but that's okay because she's a lesbian, or as one character says, she is of the lesbianic tendency. Serving as the catalyst to the story is Carl, a young 18-year-old lad who's been kicked out of school and sent into the care of his godfather, Quentin, who owns the pirate radio ship and is also in charge of running it. Carl's father had sex with his mom and then left without leaving his name or address, and the search for the identity of Carl's father is a subplot of the film. Now, you might think that life aboard a ship would be cramped in terms of a story, but we have many colorful characters, and occasionally Quentin arranges for adoring female fans to be brought aboard in order to meet their favorite DJs, if you know what I mean. Also, the music might not be historically accurate, but it is great nonetheless. One disc jockey even gets married, which allows his wife to come live aboard with him, but that causes more problems than he bargained for. The film doesn't exactly have a Titanic ending, but it might be the only time that the expression rock and roll brings tears to your eyes and a smile to your lips. Pirate radio also shows that rock and roll will never sink. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shot.